customer service, where we are going to pick up additional words which are related to customer service, very important to your day-to-day processes. Because all of us deal with customers, and sometimes there are different words that we can use within the realm of customer service that perhaps we're not very familiar with. Yeah? So I would like you all, first of all, to take a look at the questionnaire. You want to match 1 to 7 with A to G. For example, what do you do to meet your customers' needs and keep them satisfied? So you put in all the different elements.
看起来每个都可以连上讲了，
除了这个以外，其他每个都可以。
是不是？
都是
fail。OK。
Okay, let us try to get the answers. Alright, the first one, what do you need to do to meet customers' needs and keep them satisfied? Alright, okay, food, let's do the number 2. What new
procedure might help you to achieve customer satisfaction and service quality?
B, what new procedure might help you to exceed? Is D, your customers' expectations of the service you provide? Number 3, in what ways
In what ways do you measure customer satisfactions and service quality?
Yeah, customer satisfaction, because you need to measure. Yeah. Number 4, have you
introduced
any
public
size?
group to improve customer service?
Alright, next 5,
Do you think it is easier to keep existing customer or to win new ones?
Yeah. Alright. Number 6.
How do you try and get your customer expectation of service you provided?
How do you try and get?
Your customer expectation of service you provided.
We have already done that. So how do you try and get feedback about service from your customers? Number 7.
How do you avoid losing customers to your competitors?
Alright. Okay, now take a look at these subjectives or words to definitions between 1 to 10. For example, a repeat customer is someone who uses your customer service again and again, right? Number 2, are goods which do not meet levels of quality, it will be substandard. Number 3, what kind of sales assistants would not be polite to customers? Discourteous. A discourteous person is a person who is not polite, not polite. D, what kind of customers will complain to all their friends about bad service?
Dissatisfied.
Yes, all of us have been dissatisfied customers before, alright? E, what kind of customer will buy from you and not from their competitors? Loyal, yes. F, customer service is of a very good standard.
High quality.
High quality. Now, a company is what when it acts quickly in a helpful way? Is
Responsive.
efficient. Efficient. Yeah. H, your existing customers are the ones who currently use your service. If a delivery service is attentive or responsive, you know things will be delivered on time. Responsive. Sales assistants who are attentive are always on hand to meet your needs. Okay, so these are some of the expressions that are used in customer service: attentive, loyal, discourteous, exceeding customers' expectations. Yeah, these are all different expressions that we use. Now take a look at what are the best words to complete this sentence. We'll look at how we can use the internet to receive feedback. All right. Let's start with the next one, Mr. Chow. We try to provide
excellent service and meet all our customer needs.
right. B,
It's a lot easier to keep an existing customer than to find a new one.
all right. And
We are continually improving our service with the goal of exceeding our client expectations.
right. So we don't pass the expectations, we don't beat, we exceed. So the word is exceed. D,
We have recently lost customer to our main competitor, so we need to attract them back.
lost. All right. E,
We regularly have survey to
we have recently
gauge customer satisfaction.
to measure customer satisfaction. So customer satisfaction is always like measure, right? Measure. F,
The manager plans to
Introduce
Introduce.
an unpublicized rule.
Let customer in to pick their orders up to 6 a.m.
Like for example, SLS, you are open until 5:30. So let's say the company wants to do something to exceed customers' expectations. Company comes up with what we call an unpublicized rule. That means they do something which is out of the ordinary. That's what an unpublicized rule means. To do something out of the ordinary. So they say, customers can continue to give their orders up to 5:45 p.m. Now this is a one-off unpublicized rule. Then the company may want to shift the date to say after the month of August. Now this is what an unpublicized rule means. So this is all in customer service. Here you want to match the indirect questions A to E to the direct questions. So A to J, now just take a look at this last one. Why are direct questions and indirect questions important in customer service? When you are in customer service, when you ask a direct question to a customer may sometimes feel offended. So we use what we call indirect questions to the customers. Why? Because it helps the customer to feel more comfortable. So here, I would like you to match A to E with F to J. So one is direct question, the other one is indirect. So for example, I will take B here, F. Why is it doing this? Is a direct question. An indirect question would be, do you know why it's doing this? So I would like you to match like F to C. One is direct question, the other one is indirect. Match it.
Could you explain the problem?
Okay, let's take the top, then you match with the bottom one. A. Okay, Jonathan, you start with A.
Can you tell me when you send it to us?
What's the
When
match?
when did you send it to us?
Okay. So instead of asking the question to the customer, when do you send it to us? Can you tell me when you send it to us? B, Shriman?
Could you explain exactly what the problem is? What exactly is the problem?
Right. So do you notice that when you use indirect questions, it sounds more pleasant, isn't it? C, Han?
Do you know why it's doing this? So will be why it is doing this.
Yeah, why is it doing this? D,
Can you tell me if you got an order number? Have you got an order number?
Okay, next, E,
Could you let me know how long it will take?
yeah.
How long will it take?
How long will it take? So you can say, could you tell me how long will it take?
Could you let
So
me
you see, you notice, even when we're using indirect question, guys, the tone, the intonation of our words will also be different. Could you tell me? Could you tell me? May I know? Could you explain? So our intonation when we are speaking to customers using indirect questions is to use intonation. Alright? So here, take a Y for yes and correct the sentences that are wrong. For example, do you know what is the time? Do you know what the time is? Now this is English. When we put the words in the sentence, the verb always comes at the end. Could you let me know, is Sam working today? So what is the correct one? Could you just give me your answer? Could you let me know?
Sam is working.
Sam is working today. Do you know what her phone number is?
Do you know what is?
What is her
What
phone
is her
number?
phone number?
Could you tell me who did you speak to? Could you tell me who you spoke to? Do you know if has the meeting started? Do you know has the meeting started? Could you tell me how much it will cost? Could you tell me?
How much
Will it cost? Do you know whether can we leave early today? This is very common mistake. Can we leave early today? When it is in a question form, it will be, do you know whether we can leave early today? Could you tell me where is the information office? Could you tell me where the information office is? Okay. Now do this last part, where you rewrite the direct question into an indirect one. For example, we will say, will he take the job? Do you think?
He will take the job.
Louder, Suman.
He will take the job.
Yes. Do you think he will take? So think about it when you're talking to customers. Try to always use indirect questions. Very important. I want to tell you this. Right? When did Amanda send them the catalog? Could you?
Find out Amanda. Can you find out when Amanda sent them the catalog?
Okay, the answer would be, could you find out when Amanda sent them the catalog? It's S-E-N-T. Okay, one more. Is this the train to Singapore?
Do you know? Is the train go to Singapore?
Do you know whether this is the train to Singapore? Is this becomes this is. Is this, when it is in the question form, it becomes this is. Next one. Where does the bus for Penang go from? Do you know?
The bus.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where?
Where the bus go?
Do you know where the bus for Penang goes from? Where the bus for Penang goes from? Okay. Megan, have you had anything from the mini bar?
No?
Could you tell me? Have you had anything from the mini bar? So the hotel person is asking, could you tell me whether
any
you,
you had anything from the minibar?
yeah, could you tell me whether you had anything from the mini bar? What time will you be arriving? The last one, Jonathan. What time will you be arriving? I'll be grateful if you could tell me
When
you will be
you will
arriving. Will you becomes you will. In question form. Okay, the last one, who has not spoken? Food. Do you have any special dietary? So the word is dietary. How many syllables? 4. Requirements. Requirements. How many syllable? Requirements.
5, 4.
4, ah? Okay. So do you have any special dietary requirements?
Please let us know.
You have
Maybe
any
Exactly. Huh? So in customer service, for any one of us, especially when we are in contact with the customer and we want to get more information, it is good and imperative that we use what we call indirect questions. Instead of shooting it straight. Like you say, some people like it direct, some people like it indirect. But in customer service, let me tell you, indirect is always better. Indirect is always better. Put that in your head. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, so in this little short workshop, what we have covered with you, because I mentioned to you, level 1, you went from learning to practicing. Here, we are doing review. So under the review, what covered with you is in terms of social skills, expressions for us to begin small talk with people, use different ways to show an interest, prolong a conversation, and a conversation. Then we went into
Grammar.
grammar is Mr. Chong's favorite. But you at least have an appreciation in the English language. Grammar is an indicative element for us to go from base verb to present simple, present continuous, past tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, to nouns. And when you hear those sentences, do not worry whether your grammar is correct. That is not my intention. What I want you to have is an appreciation. The English language with its grammar helps you to determine the occasion, where, when, things and events. So when you hear it, it tells you, oh, it's something that happened in the past, or it's something that the company does, or she does, or he does, or the person does. Yeah? Or it's something that the person is doing. So tenses help us to determine. Then we went into what? Pronunciation. So now you can tell people, do you know in English language pronunciation, there's this thing called the syllable stress? And then people will go like, true or not, right? So you said, yes. See, when you want to say, instead of saying yes, yes. Really? I see. So you see, intonation and stress help you to project the meaning of the words. It's the same word, but because you use syllable stress and you use intonation, it gives a clearer meaning to the listener. And lastly, is for us to understand customer service, there's extensive vocabulary, and the use of indirect questions to help us to communicate more effectively. So with this wraps up level 1 of the English communication. So it gives you, it gear you up towards the next stage of level 2, which is more in terms of being able to speak in front of audience. So I look forward to seeing all of you, and my best wishes to
Thank you.
yeah, to you and your family and your wife, and we'll see each other again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.